as we both brought up, the Super Bowl was this weekend in Los Angeles, and the away team, the Los Angeles Rams, are your new Super Bowl 56 champions. Yes, they were the away team, even though they were playing at their.
Even though we were playing in LA, and it is the building is associated with the Rams and the Chargers.
And the crazy part is they had to use the away locker room.
Yes, they did, because
it was crazy for them.
Yeah.
It is actually exciting because, again, Matthew Stafford, this is a picture a lot of people was hoping they would see. A lot of people didn't know if he was there with the Detroit Lions, and that looks like a Lions flag on his shoulder. But I don't know.
Someone photoshopped that dude. That's not. He did not wear a Lions flag on his shoulder. Come on now. Like, let's be real. On top of the fact that they also changed the color of shit, dude, that is 1,000% Photoshop. But here's the big thing, specifically talking about Stafford, because me and you could have our debate about the Super Bowl MVP, because I see you don't have a Cooper Kupp or Donald photo.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot to put that in there.
Okay, we'll get to them in just a second, but let's talk about this. So a lot of people are saying, okay, this was like the last little hump Stafford needed to kind of push him into the Hall of Fame. And Richard Sherman hardcore disagrees. Sherman says, I'm going to talk about it on a podcast, but the Hall of Fame bar is incredibly low now, like a participation trophy. No all-decade team, no all-pro, no MVP, one Pro Bowl, not even MVP of the Super Bowl. Never considered the best in any of the years that he's played. At least Matt Ryan has an MVP. He follows up and says he did nothing spectacular. It's really a microcosm of his career. Did good, not great. Made a few wow passes, made a few facepalm passes. Aaron Donald and Vaughn are the two Hall of Famers he should thank. There is no measuring stick that makes Stafford a Hall of Famer other than playing in the most passer-happy decade in the NFL. Inflated numbers make every quarterback that starts 10 years plus a Hall of Famer. He gets his day, brother, but just throwing around Hall of Fame like this just irks me. So many had
Sorry.
No problem. So many had to be the most dominant to make it. So before we move on to some of this other stuff, man, I mean, what do you think about hearing Sherman's thoughts on
He's absolutely
Stafford's
right.
Hall of Fame status?
He's absolutely right. Matthew Stafford is not a Hall of Famer. He's not. Because, and I just had this discussion earlier, there's somebody who's going to go in the Hall of Fame who shouldn't. It's Eli Manning. Eli Manning shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame, but he's going to fuck around and go.
Yeah, I think part of the reason why, honestly, is because he didn't necessarily win both of those titles. Like, he did with really solid ass defenses, but there was nothing super crazy on that offense. And both times he willed out of nowhere. Those final drives to win the game, let alone the fact that if you actually go and look at those playoff runs for both of those Super Bowls, both times they went in as not a very great seeded team.
They were wild cards.
They were wild card teams, but they kept winning in fourth quarters. They kept being like, okay, and then he would go, like, the people would joke that he becomes Super Eli. So, like, he at least has a signature moment, moments that could define it. I can't think of signature Matthew Stafford moments. Honestly,
there isn't one. Like I said, I'm happy that he finally won it. For his chasing as long as he did in Detroit, trying to barely just get to the playoffs, et cetera, et cetera. And for his first year in Los Angeles to grab them a Super Bowl. Yes, congratulations. But that man is not a Hall of Famer.
Not yet. If he does something radical in the next couple of years, then I'm here for it. If he even is in the conversation for an MVP. You know what I'm saying? But at least with Eli, some of the stuff that I'll give, he beat Brady twice. He did it once when it was an undefeated team. Again, I put more on that defense. God damn it, what's his name? Michael Strahan for the first one when they beat the undefeated team. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's at least something there. You could even make the argument with Ben Roethlisberger as far as that goes, the number of appearances to AFC championships. He does have the 2 rings. Yes, he didn't sniff an MVP, but there's a lot of signature stuff. I get that Matthew Stafford was with the Lions, but homie didn't win him one playoff game. He was only really good like the team when Megatron was there. You know what I'm saying? So coming here and winning, I mean, that's huge, but let's be 100% honest. That was Donald. That was Kupp. That was OBJ, bro. OBJ went off before he got injured.
Speaking of which, Cooper Kupp is your Super Bowl 56 MVP. He had the game-winning touchdown reception from the aforementioned Matthew Stafford. Now, we had this debate over who should have been MVP, right? Cooper Kupp had the reception, but it was 2 stops by Aaron Donald that end the game. And we both, him and I were literally on opposite.
Did someone show you the photo of that last play, bro?
The offsides.
If Donald is late by a second, literally Ramsey is on the ground and Chase is gone.
He's gone.
If Donald is a second late, that's game, bro.
Yep. If Aaron Donald is 1 second later, because Jalen Ramsey is burnt on the ground and
he's on the ground. And bro, he looks like he's swimming, my guy. He looks like he's in the ocean trying to swim over to catch with Chase, man.
And so we had this debate going, and I said it should literally go off of who makes the last impactful play, especially the way this game was played. And it has to, it sucks. Look, Cooper Kupp is the trifecta winner of the year for receivers. Touchdowns, receptions, and yards. Got it. But as far as Super Bowl MVP,
I think it should have been one or two things. It either should have been Donald or it should have been a split. I would have been fine if they had split.
I'd have been a split. I'd have been perfectly fine with a split.
I would have been fine with a split because both of the superstars on the team, if we're being honest, like I would argue there are four. You could make Stafford a loose five. I would say that the four are Kupp, Donald, OBJ, and Von Miller. What?
So Jeremiah Wise says, I'm biased. Cooper is from my hometown, but I read that MVP votes are due by the 2-minute warning. So I understood Cooper winning it because the votes are already in before Donald makes the stops.
That seems stupid when that seems so stupid just from the standpoint of you have all that time.
I just don't keep saying what you're saying. I'm just
you have all that time with you did it and the confetti's falling and you're interviewing people and the bitches crying and baby screaming and titties pop out and everybody's like, I'm going to Disneyland. Like you have a lot of time.
I want to see titties pop out, man. Let me tell you something. Listen, if one thing I understand that now the NFL has a rule.
Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
The NFL has a rule. If there's a streaker, they don't give him any coverage, right? Because there was a streaker in the Super Bowl.
And they cut him off, yeah.
They cut him off. However, if there's just random titties that come out, ladies, if you want to be in like the front and just start all pulling out titties, a celebration for your team, I don't know what the NFL gonna do. They're gonna be like, this is too many titties.
Blerds in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. All full episodes exclusively available on Twitch for the month of February. www.twitch.tv/BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.